I hear so many times that it takes a long time to get plant-based products to taste like the real thing. So how
Mhm.
long did it take for this to happen, and what kind of processes did they go through? Can you talk about that?
Yeah, I mean, it's you're right. And one of the challenges in plant-based proteins, just to explain a little bit, it's a little bit different from what we do in plant-based proteins. What they're doing is extracting the protein in an isolate form from either a pea or soybean, and then they have to
Mhm.
kind of go through a process to retexturize it and sometimes cover up certain flavors like pea, which are not pleasant necessarily when you're tasting it in certain contexts. In our case, what we have food scientists who've been working on it for a few years, but what we have is a very neutral base that we're starting with. So Phi is
Mhm.
very neutral tasting, neutral in color, neutral in taste, and that took a lot of work to get to that point. But then our food scientists can use it very easily, and because it has that natural texture already for meatless products, it's really easy for us to deliver that texture and then add the flavors to create, which is what the magic of food science is, to create and mimic using vegan flavors, some of those meat-like flavors. On the dairy side, what's interesting about Phi is we take that same, protein that I mentioned
Mhm.
was, had the texture, but we literally put it in a blender with water and create what we call Phi milk. And from
Hmm.
that, we can actually create, dairy-like products. And because it has both the protein, fat, and fiber, it has this sort of very what I'd say creamy consistency naturally. So we're able to take advantage of that in the dairy like products. So it's been a few years, but those are just the tip of the iceberg. We have many, many more products that we've developed on both the meatless and the dairy free side that we'll be launching, in the coming years. But our food scientists, I would say, probably the first one joined the company, maybe a year or so before I did. So not that long, actually, if you think about it.